Right, so let's get into how to motivate your team part two. If you did not get an opportunity to watch part one, I will pin that at the end of this video. So the first thing is create a healthy, fun, and safe workplace. That's so important. And some of you are leading toxic work environments. And what happens is now your employees, as soon as they get into work, all they're thinking about is the ending of the workday, okay, or the ending of the work week. For some of you leaders, this may actually be you because you are working in a toxic work environment and it's a problem. All right. But when it comes to your team, what makes a work environment toxic? First of all, there's thousands of examples, but here's the most important one. You may have a toxic person on your team that you refuse to cut. And I see this in a lot of sales companies because you may have someone who is a high performer, right? But now they're disrupting the entire team because they're disrespectful. They're not a team player. They're bullying. They come in when they feel like it. And your other employees are paying attention. So now it becomes a revolving door because you have one person who is consistent. Now you're interviewing over and over, and all of these new people that you're bringing in are having the same experience with this toxic person. Those people leave once again. So now you're wasting time, money, and resources. It is going to be worth it to you to cut the toxicity in your departments and nurture those great employees who actually want to grow. All right. The second thing is make it fun. Yes, it's work. Yes, it's business. Yes, you want them to concentrate on productivity and revenue, right? But these are people first. And although your employees understand that it's a job, it's a career, they want to have fun. They want to be excited to come to work. So you can create different competitions. You can do team meetings. You can have someone lead a motivational meeting, or you can do outings. When I was in a sales company, we had a day during the week that everyone met up after work on a Tuesday, and we chose an activity, and that was something that we did every single Tuesday. And I know a lot of companies who do the same exact thing. For some of you, it can be on the weekend, right? And this cannot be forced. Okay, understand me. This is something that you're not telling your employees that it's mandatory, because sometimes weekends is for their time to spend with their family, catch up on errands or whatever. But you may have some people on the team who are open, to go play miniature golf or go to the movies or do something fun, sip and paint on the weekends. You just have to ask your team. A lot of times it just has to do with asking the team their opinion on things so that you can come up with a solution together. But your employees, they want to win, but they also don't want to be bored all day long. Ask your employees how they're feeling about different changes within the company. So many times, your employees may get demotivated or they may feel deflated because there's always a change that's going on, and they were never included in any of the decisions. And I know that sometimes there's going to be changes coming down the block that has nothing to do with your employees. So it really doesn't matter what they have to say because the change is going to come. But you can easily ask them, so how do you feel about what's about to take place? Right? So that you can get their buy-in, and now they understand why this change is about to happen. But what happens is so many times your employees are in the dark. So they come in and it's like, boom, we're not doing this anymore. This is what we're doing. And everybody's like, whoa, now a wall goes up. And then you don't even take the time after to say, all right, this is why this change took place. How do you guys actually feel about that? This way you have the opportunity to now discuss what was leading up to that change. And you may get some people on your team who are like, okay, that actually makes sense. Remember, your employees, they want to be included. They want to feel as if they matter. All right. And these are many tweaks that you can actually start immediately. All right. Here's the next thing: continual positive feedback. Even if you have to have a tough conversation with an employee, I like to use something called the build, break, build method. All right. And this helps, especially when it comes to those challenging employees. First, be prepared with what you want to say, how you want to say it. Okay. In some areas of the conversation, you may need to be more stern, right? But you start off by building them up, talking about something that they're doing that's so great, something that they might have been struggling with in the past, but now they're killing it. Now is your time to discuss opportunities. All right, but this is the area where we need to improve, and here's why. But before they leave that meeting, you have to make sure that the last thing that you say to them is something positive again. You're building them again. Why is that? Because when your employees leave your presence, what they remember is the last thing that came out of your mouth. All right. So give them positive feedback. It makes your employees feel good about themselves. It makes them feel as if they're actually doing a really great job. And guess what? They're going to want to do an even more greater job. And now you're increasing productivity by pouring into your people. All right, here's the third thing: show them grace. Unfortunately, in a lot of companies, your employees may feel as if they can't make a mistake. And the reason why this is so sad is because sometimes as leaders, we forget that we were in their shoes before screwing up and making all these mistakes too, right? Nobody is perfect. And sometimes your employees may screw up and you don't give them grace. You end up angry with them for weeks and weeks and weeks. And what happens? Their trust is broken and they're afraid to talk to you. So if they're struggling, guess who they're not going to come to and ask for help? The main person that they should be going to and asking for help, you. Because if they make a mistake, you don't show them grace. You're angry at them, you start treating them differently. Okay. And some of you may be thinking right now, oh my gosh, I just did that to somebody last week. All right, there's time to fix it. All right, show your employees grace. Let them know that it's okay to make a mistake. But now, as a leader, you need to jump in there and teach them how to do it the right way and then set your expectations. All right, your employees, you have to continue to build them up. You have to continue to empower them because they are people who want to win just like you. All right, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you can get more great tips. Make sure you like this video. And if there's anyone who you feel really needs to hear this message, make sure that you share it with them.